Hi everyone, how are you? I came here to the mall to show you a bit more about etiquette in practice. You always watch my videos here on the channel, where I share a bit more about standards of behavior and good practices for social interaction. But I decided to create a new segment here on the channel, where I go to different places and show this in a more realistic way in our daily lives. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Let's go. I just arrived here at the mall. I just parked my car and I'm here in the mall's parking lot. And many people believe that etiquette rules are more like an imposition of rules. But I can prove to you that unfortunately, our society doesn't really care much about rules, about standards of good behavior, about having good manners, and especially about thinking of others. Shopping mall parking lots are one of the places with the most etiquette mistakes. And I can prove it, starting with the parking lot. What's this habit people have of parking, taking up 2 spaces? She pays for 1 parking space, but she insists on using 2 spaces to park her car. And sometimes the mall parking lot is really crowded, and sometimes people also park really badly in the space, so you can't park next to them, and that's an etiquette rule. Keeping your car within the parking space makes all the difference for good conduct standards. I'll show you here. Look, we have several cars parked here, all within the lines, so you can easily park your car and relax, no problem. The cars leave enough space between the parking spots, which allows everyone to have a pleasant time inside the mall. This is called consideration for others and respect as well, and etiquette is closely related to that. Now look here, I'm going to show you what you shouldn't do. Look at this person here. This car is parked in 2 spaces. People need these spots. Look at this. You can clearly see the parking lines here. 2 cars could park here, but this person insists on parking in the middle of the spaces because they often think their car is big and right? I don't think this car is that big. It would easily fit in 1 space. The car next to it is bigger and fits in 1 spot within the lines. Same at the mall. They now offer larger spaces for bigger cars, so don't park like this. It's not cool. Here, 2 cars could easily park, but the person insisted on parking in the middle, causing trouble and not thinking about others. I have to admit that I'm really excited about this new segment here on the channel. I hope you like it, and if you do, I can make more and keep doing it here on the channel. I want to record it in a really investigative way, and if you enjoy this new format, make sure to give it lots of likes. And comment down below where you would like to see me sharing etiquette in practice so I can show it to you. So now, let's go into the mall, right? And see what else we can find around here during my walk. Another thing that people don't know is the correct side to walk on an escalator. There's no one with me here, so I don't really need to worry, but the correct side is the right side. People need to leave the left side free. For those who want to go up a little faster, are in a hurry, or really don't want to stand still in the middle of the mall, and also to allow for a smoother flow. So, always stay on the right side, and if you have someone with you, let them stand behind or in front of you. So what this guy is doing here, look, is wrong. Do you see? He's on the left side. He should be on this side, especially since he's talking on the phone. Just so you have an idea, that guy over there, come to the side. He was recording an audio message on WhatsApp, standing still in the middle of the escalator. Most people were on the right side, and he was there on the left side, blocking the way and totally distracted. There's no problem with him sending an audio message on the escalator, but if he's in the right spot, people won't bother him while he's sending the audio, and he also won't get in other people's way. So it's really important for us to think that if we don't want to be disturbed, we also shouldn't disturb others. So now let's continue our walk. This mall I'm in has some really wide hallways. So it's a very comfortable mall where we can easily walk through the corridors. You can move around really well, talking to the person next to you. But there are some malls or even shopping centers where the hallway is really narrow. And then we have to be a little careful about standing in the middle of the hallway, especially when the mall is really crowded, for example. Now it's a weekday, but I'm recording during a holiday season when the mall really gets a higher flow of clients and consumers. So it's a good idea that if you want to stop and talk, you should go to a corner. Also, if you want to talk on your cell phone. Avoid doing that right there in the middle of the hallway, walking around completely distracted so you don't bump into people and people don't bump into you. In this case, I really think that when you want to talk to someone, have a conversation, you should go to a corner because the mall is also a noisy place. And we have to project our voice in a slightly louder tone so that the other person on the line can hear us. And then if you're in the middle of the hallway speaking loudly, already with a higher tone of voice, it's not nice, so it's important to pay attention to that. Here we're already in a place where the hallway is a bit narrower. You see that if we stay in the middle of the hallway talking on the phone, there's no one here. But consider this situation. It bothers people since there are kiosks and shoppers wanting to browse, so it's not a good idea. Now, we're going to a department store to see what are the best practices for you to look at clothes, an outfit for yourself. Now, I'm here in the fitting room of a store where I came to try on some clothes, and here I am. I've already tried on this little blouse. I haven't adjusted it yet, but I left it like this on purpose for you. I've already put the other two pieces of clothing on hangers because it's important to always return clothes on hangers after trying them on. This really helps the flow of the store, especially when it's crowded and there are long lines. It gives other people the chance to get into the fitting room and choose their pieces. Another thing that's important to mention is that I have a blouse here that's white. Whenever you're going to try on a white blouse or light-colored clothing, be very careful. Right here, I found a piece of clothing that was on display on the racks, and it was stained with makeup. How often have we seen clothes that are dirty, stained with makeup, or marked by other people's things? When you're trying things on, be very careful if you're wearing makeup, and also be careful with underwear. If it's that time of the month, especially for women, but also for men. Be very careful not to leave the clothes dirty. Nobody likes to buy dirty clothes, and it's not pleasant for us to see that either. Sometimes you even want to buy the item, but it's dirty, and you end up getting discouraged. Here's a tip. This hanger isn't for this blouse. The blouse was folded in the piles and didn't have a hanger. So I'm going to return it like this, turn the right way, just fold it in half so the attendant can put it back in place. And I'm going to take my things because I ended up not keeping anything, so I'm going to return everything. If I were going to keep it, maybe I wouldn't put it on the hanger because there's no need. For me, it's because they're going to take it off when I pay, but since I'm not going to keep it, I'll return it. Everything is well organized for the attendant. As I said, today is a calm weekday at the mall. But one thing that's also very important is to be very careful when you're looking at the clothes that are in these piles. Always try, right? For example, sometimes you won't fold the clothes, but at least leave them together and easy to access. Or even try to pick it up, check your size here in an easier way so you don't mess it up. Remove it carefully to keep the stack organized for others. For other people who are here sharing the same store as you guys, it's amazing when we see good behavior in practice. It makes all the difference. Because it's simple actions that we take in our daily lives that transform the relationships in our society as a whole, especially if we live with a lot of people in an environment with a lot of people. And here at the mall, I could have mentioned several other things. I couldn't go to the food court with you all because I didn't have a snack this time. I didn't go to a restaurant, but I plan to come back here. If you want, there can be a part 2 talking about the restroom and several other aspects of the mall and also other places. So if you want, look here. I just saw something else here. The guy just stopped his car in the middle of the street and went into the mall. Here I am at the door. He's parked here. He's stopped in the street. I won't show the license plate. He stopped in the street, went into the mall for something, and now he's back at the car while I recorded this video. Anyway, it's in our daily lives that we see, even though good practices and good manners are often being left aside, right? I really want to know your suggestions for the next videos. I'll stop here for now. Big kiss and see you later. Bye.